This is how me and my husband organise our personal finances to ensure that things stay equal. So before I had my first child, our incomes were pretty much equal and we just used to split everything pretty much 50-50. But once I went on my first maternity leave, it was obviously going to be apparent that I was going to be bringing in less money for a period of time, and we wanted a system that would ensure that we still had financial fairness within the relationship. As time's gone on, we've just stuck with this system, and I thought it'd be quite interesting to share that and see how it compares to other people. So I'm going to pull up a little list now so you can see exactly how we break everything out. So once we get paid, we both transfer our entire monthly salaries into this joint utilities account. Regardless of who gets paid more, we combine our monthly salaries into this joint pot. And from there, everything else is divvied up. So this joint utilities account, the big bills go out of. So things like the mortgage, childcare, those are the two biggest expenses really. But then also anything else for the kids. My daughter does dance classes, that gets paid out of the joint utilities account too. Then separate from that, we have a joint monthly spendings account, and that's for more of the day-to-day spending. So we give ourselves a set monthly amount for that. And that will cover things like petrol, food shopping, takeaways, that kind of stuff. Then after that, we give ourselves a separate monthly spending allowance, and we make sure that is the same for both of us. So that's like your kind of fun money, I guess, but money that we just can both individually spend on whatever we want, no questions asked. So for me, that might be money that I'm intending to spend on if I want to go out for dinner with my friends, or buy clothes or makeup or whatever. This is also the money that we use to buy each other gifts, which I think is often something that people worry about when they combine their incomes. How are you going to still be able to surprise each other with gifts? Well, we have this separate pot of an allowance each that we can do things like that from. And this just means that regardless of who's earning more, we both still end up with the same amount of spending money each. So in addition to those accounts, we also have our savings accounts. The way we've done this is that we split our savings completely 50-50 between the two of us, and we both have separate savings accounts to store those saving pots in. So we're still working towards joint saving goals, but we just decided that it felt more fair to have those divided completely down the middle. And also this gives a little bit of contingency should the worst happen and one of us, I don't know, drop down dead or something. It means that we both have easy, immediate access to contingency money. And then separate from that, we both have our own workplace pensions. But what we also try and do each month is look at the balance of those and check that they're both roughly in line so that one of us isn't ending up with a lot more in our pension than the other person. And if it is looking like that, then we look to try and balance that out in some way. Just a quick caveat to say, obviously, we're not always able to put towards every single thing within our savings that we want to, holiday, etc. Those are just the ambitions of what each pot is for. And like, you know, dinners and makeup, it's not like I'm buying all those things every single month. It's just that they're examples of what we would be spending and where we allocate the funds to do that. I hope that makes sense. So I'd really love to know how that compares to you guys. How do you divide up your money? Do you just pay for everything 50-50? How do you manage it so that if someone is earning more than the other person, you're still creating that sense of fairness? And are there any things that I'm missing? If you've got any advice, tips, I am a personal finance geek, so I would just love to hear any thoughts on this topic.